and Mr. Hedlund. He looks like this. And that creates a kind of reflection, because my point of view is not to pin down opinions. I just try to register my trip, and I offer this to an audience, and then you can reflect upon it, and you can make your own judgment, you can make your own interpretation, and the spectator actually creates the work. So, I mean, this was this one I made here was done not liked by people. People said that, well, if it had been a good drawing, then it would be different. So I made a more academic version. And what happened when you made the academic version? No one was interested. And that's one thing. I've done very many versions of it, but it has not added something. No one has ever said they've been insulted of the other ones, because I mean it's a symbolic thing. And quite occasionally, I mean, people sometimes they ask me, this is not done for this occasion, it looks like that, but actually there was a person asking me, is it possible for you to make an oil painting of my favorite graffiti artist Banksy and bring together this with a roundabout dog? So I made this version here. And there's another one, is a Warhol version. They are, yeah, they're quite funny, but one important point is that it is not about the matter. I mean, whatever you do like this, it has already been done. Because it's the first picture, not even the look of it, but the symbolic appearance that is to count on. Another fantastic story here, because I mean you normally get away with insulting the Prophet. I mean, I was trying to push this in the art world, and suddenly it came outside the art world and started being discussed. But normally discussions they slow down after a while. But there was an interest in the Swedish newspaper. You can understand at that time. 5 years ago, it was possible to print such a picture of the Prophet in a newspaper, a reasonable newspaper. Today you can't. That's the difference. That's what has been taking place in 5 years. You cannot today. And maybe it's my fault. And you can say it's good for my project also, because it tells us something about our time. Anyway, I'm not sad for that. I mean, you can find it on the net if you're interested. Anyway, this picture shows a newspaper that printed it. Several newspapers, among them two of the Swedish-speaking newspapers printed it. Nothing happened. But when it came to a small newspaper, there were demonstrations. And what then happened was that it spread also to the Middle East. There were, yeah, you see here is protests against this picture in Pakistan. They have the Swedish flag, or they're not sure of the Swedish flag. It should be actually blue, but they're calling it green. I have done a pedagogic example today in the Middle East with the protest. There was new protest in 2010. They had the right flag. Is known. And I think that's my name. One can, of course, one could question these demonstrations. I mean, if they were real demonstrations, or if they were kind of stand-up comedians in a way, ordered by the state. I don't know, because you don't see how many they are, etc., etc. Many things there are organized. But you can understand my idea of the process. It hardly worked out like that. And I was new in the game, so I was a bit impressed when President Ahmadinejad made a statement about my drawing. Oh yes, I've done Roundabout dog, a nice time for President. I mean, yeah, to come with a review of this thing, and he said, I'm sure it's a work of the Sionists, because the other Sionists, they are behind the picture, because they don't want Sweden to be friends with other countries. And so he said, and everyone was happy with that, because that's their normal standards. One form of protest which I like very much is these Egyptian guys which contacted me. We had discussions. I mean, they were a bit angry, but I mean, we discussed it. And they said that, all right, you have insulted us, we will insult you back. And so they made this one here, and it's very nice. This is the civilized way. This is the way we should do things. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's very good. I mean, I just make a small parenthesis here, because when you, for example, in the US, when you make blasphemy against Christianity, they don't try to kill the artists. They take them to court, and the artists always win, because you have a strong freedom of speech here. And then when they have lost in court, they take away the fundings from the gallery and museum, and they kick the curators. And then life goes on as usual. But there is one additional fact. It is that there will be strong demonstration, protest, and this work will be known, so that the art will win in that case. There will be no violence. That is not really the case here. But this was an interesting. Actually, there is another one. This is also Egyptian born. I'm making this one. I mean, I was very happy that I produced these things. It fits into my. And then it came to the fatwa. I was very. It was very strange to get the fatwa, and when I'm worth $150,000 if you cut my throat. It's in a way good to know what value you have. I was in Kassel in Germany when they called me from the news and say we have bad news, and that was this thing here. And also the editor of the newspaper that I printed, one of the newspapers I printed.